Free beer and hot wings in the morning. Grand Rapids rocks all day. 97.9 GRD rocks.
Clouds will increase through the afternoon and a high of 60. We're up to 41 now. Still kind of a bummer.
Getting better. The clouds. Would be nice if they stayed away because it looks awesome right now. Wednesday looks great. Isn't it going to be like almost 70?
I believe it is. I believe as the week wears on, it's supposed to get nicer and nicer.
But then cooler, I see.
I'll take cool if it's sunny. We've got a couple things to give away. We'll start with this. $50 worth of Lucky Streak lottery tickets from the Michigan Lottery. You got to be 18 or older to play. Now, the winner's going to receive 10 $5 Lucky Streak tickets from the Michigan Lottery. Put some play in your day. Caller number 5 for that at 770-WGRD or 1-800-947-3979. We'll have another thing to give away in a moment. We'll tell you about that so that there's no confusion.
Oh, yeah?
Right now.
Nice.
Okay? This story, so it's a pretty big accusation for some Berry County police officers. Problem solved.
2 off-duty officers accused of selling off another man's property without him even knowing about it. And now a local couple caught in the middle says they are out thousands of dollars because of it. Well, they called the Fox 17 problem solvers. New tonight, Darren Cunningham is live in studio with a closer look at where that money supposedly all went. Darren?
That's right, Josh. This story involves confessions, admissions of lies, and what one couple feels is an attempted cover-up by those who took an oath to serve and protect.
Ooh.
Glenn and Karen Hayward make a living raising beef cows and logging. Peaceful country living. But when the Delton couple decided to sell a piece of machinery on Craigslist, they say a deal with a police officer disturbed the peace. October 2015.
Martin Hepler Jr. called and said, hey, can I come in and look at this?
Does that man have a ghost mustache?
They say that was...
What's going on? Is there like an ancestor of a mustache on his face?
I believe so.
I mean, I'm not one to talk. My 6 weeks of beard growth resulted in just looking like an urchin.
It's the stash of porn star past.
Okay,
I believe.
I just needed to know. I was distracted.
You were
My
right.
apologies.
Actually a successful transaction. And that's how the Haywards met Martin Jeff Hepler Jr., a Mattawan police officer at the time. Glenn Hayward and Hepler Jr. later exchanged 2 other machines. But first, he says Hepler Jr. got the green light from his father, Jeff Sr., who is the Galesburg police chief and co-owner of Riverview Excavating.
Martin turned to his dad and said, well, Dad, what do you want to do? You want to trade the Bobcat for the lift or what? And he turns to his son and he said to him, he says, you know what, that thing's been here long enough, get it the hell out of here. That was his exact words.
So the Haywards say the Heplers traded a Bobcat skid steer for Hayward's boom lift. In bad need of repair, Glenn Hayward says he spent close to $7,000 restoring the Bobcat himself.
Okay.
His wife then posted it to Craigslist to sell it for $11,000.
Next day, I get a call. It was Matt McAllister, but the guy calls and says, hey, can I come and look at the Bobcat? I said, yeah, sure.
He says Matt McAllister, owner of M&M Equipment in Battle Creek, showed up to inspect the Bobcat.
About 15 minutes later, I look, and here comes the Berry County Police pulling in.
McAllister had called the cops, saying the serial number matched a Bobcat he owned.
He says, Bobcat's stolen, it's mine. And I said, well, I don't think so.
So just to recap, because this is a little confusing, I think.
Wow.
Do I have it right? He traded a piece of equipment to the police officer for this Bobcat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fixed it up. So the police officer had a stolen Bobcat, and then he picks it up, puts it for sale, and the guy who owned it comes back and goes, I knew I'd find it.
Yep.
Holy balls.
I'm working this.
Authorities impounded the Bobcat.
I called Martin and said, hey, what is going on here? And he blew me totally off. Said, well, I don't want to talk about it.
But police reports and transcripts paints a clearer picture. Back in late 2014, Matt McAllister asked the Heplers to fix his Bobcat. But McAllister didn't want to pay the $10,000 he later learned it would cost, including labor. So the Bobcat sat at the Heplers' business for a whole year until that ill-fated trade they made with Hayward. Transcripts also reveal Martin Hepler Jr. admitted to lying to Matt McAllister and to the investigating officer about what happened to the Bobcat. Detective Victor Pierce told Hepler Jr., quote, you got an ugly monster going on here. This could be a public relations nightmare for you. They can call the press. So you need to think about winning the battle and losing the war.
Well, I didn't hear anybody say anything about doing the right thing.
Not really. Not at all.
Went about it wrong by lying to the police. If they would have just not lied to Matt McAllister or the police, this would already, I'm sure this would have been, never would have happened.
According to the transcripts, the Hepplers considered the Bobcat abandoned, and McAllister never paid for the $500 repair estimate. But the detective took issue with Hepler, an officer of the law, failing to notify McAllister that he was going to get rid of it. McAllister also rented unrelated storage space from the Hepplers at the time. When I called Riverview Excavating
so if they weren't
and
the police officers, if the cops weren't involved, if somebody just leaves something at your property like that,
yeah,
how long is it until it becomes yours and you can just sell it?
I don't know, but obviously the issue there was that they gave no notice.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to at least say, all right, you need to come get this by this day or whatever.
I mean, I'm sure it's just like evicting someone.
It seems like the farmer who fixed it up and tried to sell it is the only one who did things right here.
Yeah, and he didn't do anything wrong.
Let me guess. He's the one who ends up getting screwed.
Well, yeah, he's got all the money into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Martin Hepler Jr. said no comment and hung up. His father, Jeff, telling us all parties are caught in the middle of this.
No, one's
adding
not.
He's frustrated and doesn't want to comment further, given the situation is now in court.
Yeah, it sounds
We've
bad.
done nothing wrong. We're the innocent party here, and we're the one that's being penalized for it. Give us the Bobcat back and let the McAllisters and the Hepplers fight that out with who owes what.
Yeah, they've been feuding for years anyway, sounds like, by their names.
He's no longer with the Matawan Police Department. It's not clear why. Now, he was charged
I think it is
with...
clear
Might be
why.
physique and also ethics.
That's several things, yep.
Officer, according to the Calhoun County Prosecutor's Office. But despite his own confession, the judge felt the evidence wasn't strong enough and dismissed the charge. Prosecutor Dave Gilbert told me that his office has appealed the judge's decision to the circuit court and is awaiting that ruling. As for Matt McAllister, he also expressed frustration with the Hepplers, but didn't take up my offer for an interview. Josh?
A lot going on here. And you mentioned civil court as well could be an option here?
That's right. The Haywards have filed a lawsuit in civil court. All three parties are involved. They tried to come up with some sort of
who do they sue?
Settlement agreement. That hasn't happened. So the May court date is
The
now
people who traded it to him.
Well, yeah, you would sue Hepler
Yeah.
because he gave you something under the guise that it was his to give.
Yeah.
Now, this original excavating guy, he's no prince either. Hey, fix my thing. I can't afford that. Here, I'll just never come get it for a whole year.
Not my problem then.
So, I'll just wait till somebody fixes it, and then I'll try to get it back then.
If that were the case, that'd be so scammy.
Yeah.
But it does sort of seem like that's what he's... who knows? Maybe he was in on it.
Right, you could
go ahead and sell it.
Yeah, it's possible.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's something you
have these people fix it up, and then
we'll go claim it.
And then I'll find it. It's possible. It's not, plausible.
I know it has the
I
same
don't know.
serial number, sir, but this one's repaired, and yours was a piece of crap.
Yeah, isn't that strange? Well, no matter what, it sucks for the people who fixed it. Mm-hmm. They're out $11,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they can't sell it.
To October.
All right.
So more frustration for the Haywards as well as these other individuals.
Quite some juicy court documents there, too, that you see.
Yeah, there's much
really
juicy.
Yeah, a lot of juice.
Margins on that case were as narrow as my head.
Conversation, too. All right. Darren, as always,
I do hate looking at this guy's face.
An issue that you ever want, Darren,
I don't know why. What we both said was
investigate.
bad. Yours was mean.
Yes, it was. Justin.
Yeah, well, I can't tell a lie. I mean,
we just heard a list of 20 of them that you could tell half.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
If that guy wants you to not lie to him, he better sleep with you.
Yeah, he needs to start making love to you.
Yeah, he does.
Green Day. American Idiot. 97.9 GRD Rocks.